pull up a chair. This is Off the Back Porch. Off the Back Porch with Sandy and Boomer is brought to you in part by Country Village Sporting Goods. Everything you need to get in the woods, the water, or to the camp is at Country Village Sporting Goods. Jason Hardy State Farm. Like a good neighbor, Jason Hardy at State Farm is there. And Larry's Pizza in El Dorado, home of the Double Pizza Parade.
20 plus years of bringing you the most important and latest information with local happenings, news, sports, opinions, and probably an attempt at humor. Also brought to you in part by Davis Farms Country Market. For farm to table fresh, it's Davis Farms Country Market. Cook's Body Shop. Chances are it will happen. And when it does, look to Cook's. Murphy Arts District. For the latest information on concerts and events, go to eldomad.com.
Recorded live from Main Street Pizza in historic, beautiful downtown El Dorado, Arkansas. With a history of being the voices you trust. This is Off the Back Porch with Boomer and Sandy. Or Sandy and Boomer. Or two old guys you've known for a long time, whatever. And now your hosts, Troy, Boomer, Barrios, and B.A. Sandy Sanford.
Hey, welcome to another edition of Off the Back Porch with Sandy and Boomer here at our favorite place, Boomer, and that's Main Street Pizza.
Main Street Pizza downtown where the locals come to eat. Always the same pizza that you get is what I like.
That's me, too. I like the fact that it's very consistent.
Yeah, not the same pizza because I already ate that one.
I ate that one, that's right. But very consistent.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And again, Boomer, we have found a willing guest.
Yeah.
Someone who's willing to put their entire reputation on the line, and that is El Dorado School Superintendent and Jim Tucker. And Mr. Tucker, thank you.
Thank you for being here.
Hey, I'm excited to be here. And once again, Main Street Pizza is one of my favorites as well. Like you said, it's always consistent. Very good.
We're good then. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely. We had Donnie on the podcast one time. We were talking to him about it, and he was telling us that, he said, when it says 950 milliliters of water, that don't mean 850. That don't mean 905. That means 950.
That's right.
He goes through that with his staff and makes them get it right. But thank you again for being here with us.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So for our audience that have lived under a rock and don't know you, but you're the school superintendent for the El Dorado School District system, and tell us a little bit about how you got to this point.
Okay, so I've been in education for 30 years now, and been in El Dorado for 20, actually born and raised here. My mom was a retired teacher in the district. My wife was a teacher in the district. My son graduated from here. Like I said, born and raised. I love El Dorado, and this is where I want to retire and live afterwards. Really do enjoy it. But came here from another district, and Sherry Hill hired me as her assistant junior high principal. Uh-huh. And had a blast over there at Barton Junior High School working with Sherry Hill and her staff, and was there for 3 years. Mr. Watson then gave me the opportunity to be elementary principal at Rudder Brown. So I went there, was there for 2 years. The last year I was there, I did Rudder Brown and Union, Old Union.
Yeah, when they were still there.
Yeah, when they were still there. Yeah, and that was fun. From there, Mr. Watson gave me the opportunity to be high school principal, and we had just moved into the new high school, and getting everything organized there and getting furniture moved and getting the ins and outs of a new school was a lot of fun. After that, I moved over to deputy superintendent, and then Mr. Watson retired, and the board hired me as superintendent. So I'm starting my 12th year as superintendent.
God, already.
It's so hard to believe. Yeah. But, first of all, let's start back with something you said, talking about Sherry Hill. Man, she was a godsend.
Yeah.
She really was. And not to get into a whole story about it, but she jumped over with my oldest daughter was at Washington, and there were just problems every day. To me, it became an issue when she was like, well, we were on lockdown today. I'm like, y'all are in 5th grade. Why are you on lockdown? And getting straight answers wasn't the easiest. A couple other parents were getting the same vibe, and so we went and met with Bob Watson, who at the time, as you mentioned, was superintendent, and through a series of events and a series of meetings at the semester, a change was made, and Sherry Hill came over, and she was with that group, my daughter's class, in 5th grade and 6th grade, and then she went with them to Barton, and she was with them in 7th and 8th, and we just all thought, well, she's going to go with them to the high school.
Going to keep graduating too.
But she said no, she was happy where she was there at Barton. And then I believe it was my daughter's senior year that you were her principal then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I actually was with her at Barton Junior High School.
Yeah.
And then ended up catching her again at the high school. Yeah,
And
great,
it's like,
great young lady.
I remember that Sanford kid right there.
No, she outgrew your family, brother.
Yeah, she
overcame, didn't she?
Yeah, I was going to say she overcame that handicap of DNA. So, matter of fact, she's going to be our guest next week on the
great.
podcast, and she is about to start her final semester of law school.
That's outstanding.
And so,
very good.
And cool that she got some pretty good offers.
Yes.
And not settled, chose Tulsa University.
Yeah,
It's a good school.
Yeah, she got offered UALR, University of Arkansas, LSU, Ole Miss, Mississippi College of Law, and Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I'm going to tell you, every college out there needs to take a page out of the Tulsa book.
Okay.
Because from the day she applied and they accepted her, there wasn't a day that they didn't call, mail, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, TikTok, text, and some of those multiple times a day. Her birthday, Jesus' birthday, Sundays, Mondays, fun days, didn't matter.
Yeah. Kept her plugged
Every
in, though.
day.
Yeah.
And about every few days, a little package would come in the mail, and it might be a tumbler, or it might be a stress ball with badged for University of Tulsa, or it might be a little football, or it might be a this or that. And man, I mean, it was all the time, and there was no question when all was said and done where she was going to go. And I was just the ride. I just took her there. But when we walked around, I was like,
Yeah, this is a great university.
Yeah,
it is.
Like I said,
very good.
Ole Miss, hotty toddy, the Harvard,
The Orchard.
the Harvard of the South.
Yeah,
Through these hallowed halls, 3 U.S. Supreme Court justices and 9 U.S. Attorneys General, and we're all like,
Okay.
yeah, my kid ain't gonna be a Supreme Court justice. She'd have to answer for stuff I've done.
Yeah, they check everything.
You got to come from a much deeper background than or better background than my kids to be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
we're not worried about being a Supreme Court justice.
East Texas isn't helping.
Yeah, it's not a hotbed for Supreme Court justices.
Hey, and if anybody from East Texas is listening, there's a lot of wonderful people in East
there
Texas.
are a lot of great people.
I have some of my family lives in East
A
Texas.
lot of great people, but yeah, just not
Not in the Piney Woods.
Now, where at in East Texas? Where
Center.
from?
I
What's
grew
that
up in
close to?
Center, Nacogdoches.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
I grew up about 30 miles this side of Nacogdoches between it and the state line, and old Sand Hills couldn't grow anything but purple hulls and watermelon and kids,
And they did.
and we grew a bunch of those,
Yeah.
But we watermelons, chickens. By the way, I saw yesterday. No, it was this morning. They got their first case of bird flu in the entire state, and it was in Shelby County, where I grew up.
Wow.
And 260,000 chickens they had to euthanize. But
That's a lot of money.
let me tell you how many chickens are out there. They said it will have no effect on the market.
Yeah. Oh, no, it have no effect.
250,000 chickens dead, just like that, and it will have no effect on the market.
Yeah. Not the countrywide market.
No.
No, not even Texas market, probably.
Now that family right there is trying to make a note.
Yeah,
it's going to have an effect on them.
Theirs maybe, but something about their chicken house.
So, excuse us.
I'm sorry, I'm going to drink.
I am too.
Gentlemen, let me ask you a question. This came not to me, but this comes into an anonymous mail bag of a friend of mine, and he shared it with me. And it says, I don't know if I'm angry or hurt. Last night, my wife came home beaming because she was the hit of her work Christmas Secret Santa gift exchange. I was happy to see her lit up like that until I found out why. One of my passions is collecting whiskey, and I have what I think is a pretty nice collection. It seems my wife was up against the wall and didn't know what to get for the person she was assigned. But then she found out he liked whiskey too.
Uh-oh. This is not going to go well.
So she went downstairs and grabbed one of my bottles and wrapped it up. As it turns out, that was a bottle of 10-year-old Pappy Van Winkle.
Ooh, goodness gracious.
I don't know that, but that must be
Oh, I
expensive.
do. It's
I'm just
about
happy she
$1,000
didn't-
bottle.
I'm just happy she didn't grab the 20-year bottle.
Oh,
Oh, goodness.
But I'm not at all happy to lose it being an extraordinarily nice gift for someone she supposedly barely knows. When she told me about it, I just left the room and I haven't talked to her since. She knows something is wrong and I have no clue how to address it or if I should even bother. Part of me wants to tell her if the coworker would return it and let them know she made a mistake, but I think that ship has sailed. What do you do in this situation?
You 100% address it.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, you bring
absolutely
you bring it
address
up,
it.
but she had no knowledge of that.
No.
So I think you bring it up.
You
like
have to
Jim
bring it
says,
up.
But first-
but then you're just real gentle about it.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Okay.
You can't be mad. You can't be mad at her. You can be mad at her for not talking to you first.
Let me ask you this.
How does that work when you come in mad? Let me just in your situation.
Be mad, don't come in mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
If you went into Fru's jewelry collection and just got some jewelry and gave it to a woman at work.
Well, that's a different story.
No, it's not.
I don't think it is either.
This is his collection. I got you. Yeah.
It's a collection.
yeah.
So,
yeah, I got you.
I mean,
It wasn't yours to give.
first of all,
right.
Yeah.
it wasn't yours to give. Secondly, that's a phone call. I mean,
Yeah. Or a text.
listen, I got a phone on me. There's rarely a time I can't be gotten in touch with. And then the other thing is especially if she's just been like procrastinating and putting it off, I'd be really pissed. I mean, I would be really upset then and like, look, you put this off. I saw you over there playing Wordle with friends or Angry Birds or I don't even know if they play that anymore, but Candy Crush. I saw you playing all that on you. You could have been picking out a gift then. Lord knows you pick out enough on Amazon. You could have had something shipped.
Hey, let's just stick to this one right
Now,
here.
I am sticking to this one. Listen, you stay out of my business.
It seems like this was his collection, doesn't it? Taking it a little personal.
Let me just tell you, I've never had a collection, first of all. Secondly, a 10-year-old bottle of Pappy. I couldn't afford a 1-year-old bottle of Pappy.
Couldn't follow the empty bottle. I couldn't. Afford.
Yeah, that's right.
So I saw a guy on online today that they were interviewing that has a 275,000 square foot warehouse full of vintage cars that he has purchased over the past 30 years.
There's people like that. What do you do with that, though?
He says, "This is
look
going
at
to." He said, "This is going to." He said, "There's only 2 of these in the United States, and I got one of them." And it was a '67 SS 427 with some double block and a five bolt rear end, and it's all matches. I said, "Okay, so what you got there?"
And
you got one of 2. He had all these Mustangs lined up. So I mean, if you went in there, if his wife went in there and got one of his cars,
right,
and just rolled it out and said, I got to gift this. It's a high value, dirty Santa.
I want to go to that Christmas party.
Yeah.
By the way,
I want to go to that. But anyway,
this 70 Chevelle.
Yeah, these people are very serious about their collections.
Well, I mean, of course, one of the most famous collectors is Jay Leno, and he owns
for autos.
Yeah, he owns thousands and thousands of vehicles. I have never been a worshiper of vehicles. To me, and I guess it's because I grew up on a farm. A vehicle is a tool.
Use it for things,
it's like a horse or a tractor. It's a tool. I don't worship it. I don't baby it. Now, I don't abuse it because it's an expensive tool. I mean, I treat my Harbor Freight tools the same way I treat my Snap-on tools. Okay, I treat them both the same. Well,
they gotta have them.
Same thing goes there. I mean, but at the same time, man, I know people who do that. They worship vehicles, and I just.
So you think she's in trouble when he brings it up?
Here's my thing. I mean, the comments that they were getting were like, sit down, explain to her that you value the collection, but you value her more, and you're very upset, but you forgive her because it was an honest mistake.
Now
blah.
Now go get that bottle of.
And again,
my thing is, bring it back.
My thing is, if you had gone into anything of hers,
how would she have felt?
And taken it and gifted it.
So I don't know what
to a woman at work
purse is. I just thought it was a regular purse. I didn't know it was a valuable purse, Dooney Burke or MK. I didn't know any of those.
Or Gucci or
whatever.
Yves Saint Laurent.
Him too.
Yeah.
So
any of those?
Same, I get the difference.
Yeah.
I see the same.
So anyway, that's I guess that's why I'm not a marriage counselor, right?
I'm working through some things here.
I wouldn't be able to.
Right here.
No, but because I'd look across the desk and I'd be like, "Ma'am, are you Are you special? Did y'all come on a different bus? I mean, what's going on here? You know, she knew this was a collection.
Yeah.
It's not like he had a secret collection.
Yeah.
He evidently had it on display in his basement. Like, you know, where you take your buddies to show them off your stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway.
All right.
So, I have a cousin, Tony, and he and I, we talk a couple times a week. And Tony, like me, has a very small child, except Tony is about 9 months older than me, and his baby is 10 months old.
Oh.
And so he just had a baby in this year. And, you know, he's like, man, babies are a scam. He's like, it's the biggest racket in the world. I was like, oh, dude, you have no idea. Mm-hmm. And he was like, baby shoes? Why? He can't walk.
Gotta have shoes on. You don't let your baby out without shoes on.
Yeah, you can.
Good pair of socks.
Good pair of socks. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, they got crib shoes for when they stand up in the crib. You know, just offers a little more cushion, stuff like that. But but he's, you know, his wife went and got their baby a pair of, I'd say Nike. I don't know if it was Nike, but some name brand tennis shoe. And
how much?
Oh, like $45.
Yeah.
You know, and I said, so my wife's sitting next to me while we're talking about it, and we're FaceTiming each other. And I said, man, I don't get it. You know, $25 to $45 to $50 for an outfit that they're either going to spit up on, pee on, poop in, or just at best outgrow
Quickly.
And my wife looked at me and said, you do the same thing to your clothes. I don't say a word.
You know, when we
Well, you know what?
times have changed.
I sure like pizza. I'm just saying.
Let me ask you totally off the subject. Did you drink water when you were a baby, you think? Jim, did you drink water? I mean, did your
I
parents
don't remember drinking water.
No.
in a bottle? Did you feed your children bottles of water when they were little?
No.
Why not? Just didn't?
No.
Yeah, I guess they got plenty of
Milk.
water with that formula.
That's true.
Now they're saying don't give babies water because it'll poison them. They're telling parents not to.
You know, I remember hearing something about that.
because one of my kids, they're her last child. They said, "No, we're not going to give her water." I said,
I don't remember doing that.
"I don't ever remember doing that either." I know we didn't. I know I didn't.
No, for a fact.
But
yeah.
and it may have changed by now. That's been 10 years ago now.
The only time, you know, Pedialyte, like if they were a little runny or or
sick.
some, you know, a
Yeah.
little sick, Pedialyte. But no, I don't ever remember giving them just water.
No. Never.
Yeah, we would.
Yeah. You know, now, of course, we all grew up in a different generation. So it was also, you know, I remember my dad for my sister, you know, putting a little something in there to help her, you know, teething and sleep. You know, which explains why she loves Jack Daniels to this day.
Well, you know, we are different generations, and there was not processed baby food when I was a baby.
Yeah.
So they just, whatever they ate, they just, you know, they mashed up peas or whatever and just gave that to you. So.
Yeah.
And there's 4-year-olds still on mother's milk, you know, but no.
Oh, listen, I know someone who said their mom used to stand behind the door when the bus would pull up, and all the kids, she had like 5 of them. They'd all come back and get a nip on their way out the door.
Oh, no. Well, I had a cousin who had a child, and the child was walking and talking, and we were all in the living room, and he was over there in the doorway to the bedrooms going to his mama. Just, hey, mama, come here a minute.
I'm hungry. I think that's a little too old, personally.
I do
That's
too,
a little
yeah.
too old.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, to each their own. If that's what you want to do, have at it.
Yeah,
You know,
go ahead. That's your
and of course,
prerogative.
there's the big debate, you know, about in public and not and all that. And
Yeah.
there, you know, I hear
Just be discreet. Come on, man.
well, be discreet and then don't be a prude either.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, if you sit right here next to me and I don't care. I mean,
Yeah, cover up.
if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't.
Settle down.
No, I mean, seriously, it doesn't bother me either way. I guess I've seen more boobies than most people. They just don't, you know, I'm just not impressed. You know? All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more with Mr. Tucker, and we'll do it right after this on Off the Back Porch.
Anyone can be so curious.
Get ready to
see the world more curiously. Because Blippi is coming to your hometown. The Be Like Blippi Tour. Join Blippi and Mika live on stage for a one-of-a-kind interactive adventure that inspires kids to move like, play like, and explore just like Blippi. Saturday, April 11th, the First Financial Music Hall in El Dorado. Tickets are on sale now at eldomad.com. Break out your orange Blippi glasses for an unforgettable experience that encourages kids to be like Blippi.
Rated the #1 course in Arkansas by Golf Week, Mystic Creek is truly a hidden gem, complemented by a modern clubhouse, complete with panoramic views. It also features a fully stocked pro shop and Mystic Grill, serving contemporary American cuisine and Southern classics. Mystic Creek promises an unforgettable experience.
Homes are typically heated or cooled 24/7, 365, using nearly half of all home energy. That new stainless steel refrigerator may look cool, but upgrading to the quietest and most efficient HVAC system can have much greater rewards. Choose a system with a Wi-Fi-enabled thermostat, so the most important appliance in the house is also the smartest, allowing you to set the perfect comfort level from anywhere. Presented by Lennox. Learn what perfect feels like at Lennox.com.
Country Village Sporting Goods has a little bit of everything you need to get you to the water, the woods, or to the camp. Coming soon, a new shipment of Creek boats. Every year we sell out fast. Get yours ordered today. It seems like we're always unboxing the latest and greatest in lures and tackle. Come check out new colors, new styles, and the latest technology making rods lighter and reels easier to cast. Cruise through our vast selection of camo clothing, coveralls, overalls, boots, outerwear, and more. All at Country Village Sporting Goods, 965 Smackover Highway in El Dorado.
Hey, welcome back for more of Off the Back Porch with Sandy and Boomer, and that's much better. I had Boomer turn my headphones down during that commercial break. Man, I
had to go in the middle. I was blasting too.
my teeth were chattering.
Yeah.
So, I don't know who the last person was that wore these, but
they're deaf also.
They were evidently had the same kind of hearing problems I have. So we have with us again a willing victim. I'm a special guest, Jim Tucker. And Mr. Tucker, what's some of the things that's going on at El Dorado School District?
Oh, goodness.
I know this week obviously is exam week.
Yeah. When you're talking about right now, exam week's going on. We just finished our interim state testing, a couple weeks ago. Those turned out well. Of course, the construction project that is ongoing requires a lot of attention. But we have great partners in Ideal Construction and CADM Architecture. They're great to work with.
Blake, man, he's a great guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I love Blake and Brian, and all of them
over
there. They just do a great job, and they do all the work for us in the district. Do a very good job. Ideal has done a lot of work for us in the district. Mm-hmm. They ended up winning this construction manager project, and but it's a big project, right at 175,000 square feet, and about a little over 2-year project. So we're about a year and a half away.
Is that right?
Well, let's don't say September. Let's say June or July of 27, so we can move in. Yeah. And so right now we'll meet with CADM after the break and start talking about furniture, for the building. But man, it's going to be a beautiful place.
What grades are going to be housed in the new school?
That's a great question. So once all this is done, we'll have K1 and 2 at Northwest and Hugh Goodwin. So we'll have 2 K2 schools in the district. Mm-hmm. And then every 3rd through 6th grader will be at the new school.
Okay.
And it's basically like 2 schools in one. We'll have 3rd and 4th grade on one side with their own principal.
Okay.
5th and 6th grade on the other side with their own principal.
Okay.
And, of course, they'll work together, staff will, but the students will not mix, So it'll be 2 separately different schools.
Which I think is a great thing because that is that age where
it is.
there really becomes a huge disparity in height and maturity and just growing as a human being. They go from being kids to becoming adolescents,
preteens,
and then what we call tweenagers.
Yeah.
All you got to do to see that is look at a Christmas children's choir, because you have those that can't stand still to the 6th graders who are embarrassed to be up there with them.
Yeah, that is true. I will say though, every age group has a gap like that. Even whenever you're looking at 7th and 8th grade, you have some that are real short, some that are real tall. 9th and 10th grade is just as big as the age gap as this if they were together.
Yeah.
You know, so they could be together. There are schools all over the country that have 3rd through 6th grade together.
Yeah.
But I think we're just fortunate where we don't have to. They'll share a cafetorium. It's also an auditorium and a cafeteria like you used to see in the old days, but it's very state of the art. They'll share their own gymnasium and media center, you know, just all the common things they'll share. The new Wildcat Health Center will be at this location as well. We'll move it from Washington over to the new intermediate school. It'll be brand new, have its own entrance for the public, their own parking for the public, so they can come into the center and not have to go into the rest of the school, which would be very nice. I tell you, Jordan Lonenecker, our nurse practitioner over at the clinic, does an outstanding job. She sees parents, community members, students. I mean, it's really open to everybody. Just students and teachers get first priority, but parents come, community members come, and she takes care of them.
Tell me a little bit more about this, because I guess
wasn't aware of that
I'm in the dark here.
Well, Mr. Watson put our school-based health center in place right before he left, right before he retired, and we placed it over at Washington Middle School. And we've been between providers, you know, for a while. Right now we use Kaboom, and they've been great to work with. Jordan is our provider over there, and they're open school hours. And so when school's out, they're not open. And really it's to service students. I mean, that's the purpose of it. You know, if we have a student that's sick, not feeling well, parent doesn't have to come check them out. You know, they just go down to and see Jordan.
Okay.
And she takes care of them. She prescribes medicine, does wellness checkups, just does everything, you know, that any nurse practitioner is going to do. And then if we have students sick other places in the district, we have a dedicated bus that'll go pick them up, bring them over to the clinic. They'll get seen. We have a dentist that comes in so many times a week. But Jordan's there every day. And then, you know, if we have teachers, I've used Jordan several times. You know, if I'm not feeling well and, you know, it's hard to get into my doctor, I'll go see Jordan. You know, she can get us right in and take care of us, and I don't have to miss work. And so it's been really nice to have.
Good.
And we've just improved on it every year. Debbie McAdams kind of runs the whole deal, and she does a great job.
Yeah.
And so it's a very nice facility. It's a great addition to our school community, for sure.
And so that's going to move over to the new school. What is the new school? Technically, what is it? Is it an intermediate school? Or
intermediate school.
Intermediate school.
3rd through 6th grade, El Dorado Intermediate School. I mean, it's state of the art. It's a lot of safety features. Some of it we can talk about, some of it we can't.
Yeah, of course.
But we want it to be the safest school around. And we've done a lot of things throughout the district to really make each school safer. And I changed topics on this just a little bit. Went to a safety conference in Florida last year to learn some new things. And
that must have sucked.
Well, I'll tell you. Well, let me tell you, it really did. You know, because I'm in the conference the entire time. You know, I don't get to see anything.
Yeah, that is bad.
Yeah, it's no fun. But I left there thinking, you know, we do everything that they recommend and then above.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of schools there that were doing half the things, you know, none of the things. And so I feel really good about our safety aspect of what we're doing at each building. And a lot of it I can't share.
Of course not. Yeah.
And I wish we could. I wish parents knew all the things that we're doing, you know, to take care of their students and make sure they're safe.
Yeah.
But and we are doing a lot.
Well, let me say this. As a member of the media, not just right now, but ever since I've lived in Union County, which is 23 years, I have never once questioned El Dorado School District's commitment and preparedness for events. Should an event happen. It is last year into the school year. My phone's blowing up with messages from people that there's a fire trucks are flying up to the high school.
Yeah.
I had already talked to someone from the school and already had answers as fire trucks are pulling up.
Yeah.
You know, and that is because they communicate among themselves, and then they disseminate that information out to the places
Parents.
they know
Yeah.
will get it out, and then that district-wide text goes out.
Yes.
And which is awesome.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just a whole lot better than that old phone tree. Remember the phone tree a few years back?
I absolutely do. I've done this for a long time.
I hated
Yes.
that thing, man. You get online and say, this is a call from El Dorado School District.
Yes. Yeah.
It was back when AI was just A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't know why.
It was no I. There was no intelligence. It was just artificial.
Nothing.
I will say this on that system that we use, mass communication system. Parents do complain at times. I understand why they complain that they don't get the message quick enough. But whenever we put that out to parents across the entire town, we want to make sure it's as accurate as possible.
Absolutely.
We get information in and we kind of know what's going on. But the key word is we kind of know what's going on.
Yeah.
And we'll send that information out to staff because it's isolated. But once you put it out to parents, it's not isolated anymore.
No,
that's right.
So you got to make sure that you're putting out the most precise information you possibly can. And so there's always going to be a delay as that goes out, but we're going to let them know. Yeah. If we're on lockdown somewhere, we're going to put it out on mass communication. If we have a fire somewhere or, anything like that. And even now, we're lucky because we have a system in the bus called Smart Tag, and parents can kind of see where their child is on the bus when they check in, when they check off of it. Mm-hmm. And now we can even send notifications out to just that one bus, which is nice.
Oh, okay.
This bus is running late. We can send out a notification about that. So it improves every year. It's still not perfect, but we're working to get it.
Is there cameras on the buses?
Cameras on every bus.
Do they show them getting in?
So on nearly every bus, we have some trip buses that don't have cameras yet, but those have been ordered, and they're kind of hard to get right now.
Yeah.
But so on those buses, there's 3 cameras. You have one that sees cars that go by the arm, so we get license plate numbers. You can see kids getting on and off the bus. You can see on the bus.
Because the horrible thing that this, you read about is having a kid get on the wrong bus.
Yeah.
And then they don't know where he is and which bus he's on. And so,
Well, long before they had that smart tag system, that happened.
To you?
To my kid.
To your kid?
Oh, it still happens.
Oh, yeah. They get on the wrong bus.
And the bad part is he was constantly telling this teacher, that's not my bus. And she said, it's going to the same place, and shoves him on it. And then Mr. Zilks calls me about 30 minutes after my kid was supposed to be home and said, hey, he's at the bus yard.
Yeah. Rode all the way to the bus yard.
Rode all the way to the bus yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he said, I knew we weren't even going to go by my house when we went down East Hillsboro. I was just like, okay, I guess I'm just not going home.
To walk across town.
Yeah. So,
well, that's a good thing. No, I figured that, and not having any kids in the school district a long time, I didn't know that. But yeah, obviously, that's a good preventative measure.
Just like Sandy said with the getting on the wrong bus, it still happens now. At the beginning of the school year, the smart tag system, we're still
building it out.
Yeah, we're still building the system at the beginning of the school year. So we have all kind of students that will end up at the bus shop, about the first week of school. We call parents or we get a bus to take them. It's not isolated to here. That happens across the country.
That happens.
That's why you hear stories.
It's part of
about
the first week of school.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we've never lost a child. We always find them.
Yeah.
And get them where they need to be.
Go ahead.
There was a comedian, and he said he gets a call one day. He's like, I don't recognize that number, and he ignored it and said they called right back. So he answered, and they're like, yeah, this is your daughter's school. And he's like, okay. And they said, well, we have something we need to talk to you about. And he's like, you did see she has a mother, right? And he said, I don't know, y'all got that little card out, and you said, let's call his dad. Let's call her dad.
Like
he's like, I know less than anyone in this family. So, but no, it's it's the communication that I've had with the district has always been satisfying, and you may have experienced something different, as you may have, but most of the time when I deal with someone who is upset or angry, the biggest culprit is a lack of or a misunderstanding of the communication. And so anytime that I've gone to Mr. Tucker and his predecessor, Mr. Watson, and I never walked in mad, we talked about a while ago, but I was just like, hey, help me understand. I take that back. We did have one conversation. I was mad, but I wasn't mad at him. So I was just mad at somebody else. He's the one who had to bring me in off the ledge. He had to do what you did to me. He's like, Sandy, it's okay. It's okay. But I've always felt like I'm being heard.
Yeah.
And I've always felt like that I'm being taken seriously. And then when I'm communicated to without going in for anything, I feel like it's always precise. and I feel like it's complete. It doesn't leave me with more questions. And because, for example, there was a lockdown, and I can't remember if it was last year or the year before. Heck, it may have been this school season. I don't remember. But, we got the text, and it was like, such and such school was on lockdown, and here's why. And they just told the story. There was a shooting. I think it was in Washington. There was a shooting at an apartment complex.
Yeah,
and the guy ran, being chased by the police, and they believed he to be armed, and he could have run onto the campus, so we locked down.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago.
Was it 3 years ago?
Yep.
And, but it told me everything I needed to know, and, all students are safe, everything you need to know.
I'm going to tell you something else I like is that, of course, I go by Hugh Goodwin all the time. That's on my path. And it's how they've lined up the, you've always seen teachers line up kids. Well, now they're lining up the parents. They got a marked area where they pull into and they get them out. Well, there's still people trying to usurp the mess, the
and
the
those
system.
of you who do that,
Quit
you
it.
are the problem.
Yes.
Quit it.
Yes, absolutely.
Those are the same ones that still have to brush Snowflake's hair in the morning when you're sitting in the drop-off line and have to sign 6 of Johnny's little notes. And
and I'm usually there during drop-off, but in the afternoons is what I'm talking about when they picking up kids. And Northwest does it, and so does Washington does it too. And hey, they got them lined up, and they got them who goes with what car and all that.
So you were talking about the changes that are going to take place. You're going to have 2 K2 schools. So what happens with Yoakum? What's going to happen with that property?
Well, we have some ideas. I'm not ready to share
yet.
But
Gotcha.
There is one thing that we'll add to the district after the new schools open, and that's a pre-K. It will be a district-ran pre-K with some child care. Not sure if we're going to do that at Yoakum Primary or Red or Brown yet. Both of them are set up for it.
Okay, you said Yoakum Primary. Okay, the old Holy Redeemer.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Holy Yoakum.
Holy Yoakum, that's
my
right.
wife used to call it. Yeah.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was on that advisory board or whatever it was that Miss Walters had the year that she got it.
Yeah.
And I think it started being called Holy Yoakum then.
Right.
So-
Right. Yeah, that's right. So that's going to be a very nice addition.
Yes.
And the purpose of that
Very needed.
is for us to bring in 3- and 4-year-olds and really start trying to educate them. There's curriculum for 3- and 4-year-olds. Of course, always trying to make them have a fun time. They won't be learning the entire time, but we do want to try to get them ready as possible for kindergarten. That will be the purpose behind it entirely. It will be, for pay. People will have to pay to use it, but it will be top notch. And student parents that really want to see their students excel or have that opportunity to learn as 3- and 4-year-olds, then we're going to provide it in a fun, safe environment.
I obviously I put 3 kids. I put 2 through Parkview, and back when Parkview daycare was a thing, and then I put 3 through Westside, and so I have to. I don't remember a lot about Parkview, and I'm not. My 1.0s, my oldest kids, they're smart. They were going to have to really come in and impress me for me to notice that Parkview was teaching them anything, because those kids were pretty bright. The 2.0s, man, I've just been blown away with everything, my youngest, who's now in kindergarten. I mean, he's one of the top readers in his class. And now he reads everything. I mean, everything. We were sitting out to eat the other night, and he was like, "Daddy, what does?" And he's spelling something he sees on a wall somewhere, But the reading skills that my kids have coming out of that, and as parents, me as a kid, I knew how to read very early on. I got to kindergarten; it was no problem. But I had parent at home who taught me how to read. That's not always the case anymore. You have a single parent, or you have 2 parents working. No one's there, so you have to have the daycare, and you have to have someone who can bring them along and teach them. Now, all that being said, I had never heard the song "Itsy Bitsy Spider" until I got to kindergarten, and all the kids were doing it. They're like, and I was like, I don't know this song. I've never heard this song. "Baa Baa Black Sheep." I didn't know that song.
Yeah.
So like nursery rhymes and all, but I could read Ben the Ant from cover to cover in 15 minutes in class. And my teacher, she gave to us, and she told us, just try to sound out the words to yourself, and then we'll read a little bit of it together. And I read it and shut it. And she's like, what are you doing? I said, oh, I finished it. And she said, okay, so where does Ben end up? I said, at his house. And she was like, oh, he did read it. And then when she asked us to read in class, she would ask each person, will you read the next sentence? And, it was like, Ben found his friend. So, and I just started reading. And she's like, okay, stop. That's enough. That's, I was just supposed to read one sentence. I just started reading. So.
Yeah. That's good.
That's what they're after.
But that's right. That's right.
Then you've going to use Yoakum Primary like that. It was funny. We were talking the other day, my kids and I, because my 1.0s, my three oldest kids, they all three went to Yoakum. Mm-hmm. And they all three, talk about Yoakum was just how phenomenal it was and how they enjoyed it. And, of course, your wife was teacher of one of them. And, I still look back at Cynthia Chisholm was teacher. Monica Nash, who I think is not in the district anymore. I think she's private now.
Yeah, she's at Emmanuel.
Education secretary of y'all's church, isn't she? Education minister. And so, but, they have just the fondest memories. And a lot of the, my kids, they couldn't wait to go back to Yoakum for senior breakfast. That was their big thing. They couldn't wait to go back, which brings up a question now. So kids who are getting ready to graduate here in a few years, when they get ready to go to senior breakfast, where are they going to go if they went to Yoakum?
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah, it's not a problem yet, is it?
Yeah, it's not a problem yet. We have given it thought, but it's not at the top of the list right now.
Sure, I can imagine that. Senior breakfast day is not like crisis number one.
But we will do something for them, absolutely. I am excited about having a pre-K. One of our main drives in the district is teacher recruitment and retainment, trying to get the best we can, trying to keep the ones that are good. We have a lot of good ones.
Well, y'all did a lot for that with that bonus you gave them just last week.
Yeah, but we also added a retention recruitment incentive that they can get every other year that increases every year they're here. And so that maxes out at $4,000. And so every even year they're in the district, they can get that retention incentive. So an extra $4,000 is, pretty nice.
That's real money.
Yeah, it's real money. But the pre-K will offer for free to students of the staff that we have. You know, so if I'm a teacher and I have a child that's in pre-K, they can go to ours for free.
There you go.
That makes a difference.
That's a game changer. That's a recruiting tool.
Well, that's what we want. Yeah, we want it to be a recruiting tool. Absolutely. And at the same time, provide some education to them.
You have just a couple more minutes, and I know we got to let you go.
Yeah,
you've got somewhere else you have to be. He's got like real stuff to do.
Yeah.
Instead of just joking around with two
I'm good
clowns
right now.
like us. Let's talk about the elephant in the room here for a second,
Sure.
and that is when the Arkansas Activities Association first created a 6A and 7A. El Dorado was this close to being a 7A school. We were the largest 6A school, and that is done by student population, just high school population.
High school population, 10 through 12th grade.
10 through 12th, not 9th.
And not just boys. It's all. It's
all.
Yeah. And so we were just literally that close to being a 7A school. There is a chance we could be a 5A school. And
we're in the middle of 6A right now.
So what's the, obviously, is it just the loss of population in the area, and that's just trickled into the school district? Is that what we're looking at?
Oh, absolutely. When population goes down in a town, automatically the school population is going to go down. And I will say this too, the vouchers that have gone out, they have not affected us that much, but a lot of other schools, I heard from Jared Cleveland, superintendent at Springdale the other day, this school year, they have lost over 700 students.
Wow.
And that's a huge district.
Yes.
Just about every school in Northwest Arkansas is losing. Greenwood, Alma.
Well, Greenwood, obviously, because they're dropping down to 5, supposedly dropping down to 5A. Now there's some
so the
debate about
vouchers
that.
have really done that. More students are taking that voucher, public money, and taking it to a private school. And that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
But population in South Arkansas has has gone down.
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
and it's automatically going to hit the school.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I moved here in 2002. I think the population then was 24.5, and my understanding is they haven't even put up the sign for the last census because it drops down to right at 14,000.
Yeah, I hadn't heard that.
And 14.4, I believe, was the number I heard.
Huh.
And if that's the case, you know, and that's a huge drop over a period of 20 years. And, you know, obviously we all know people who've moved away. And, you know, we wish they hadn't. We wish they were here.
Yes.
I really appreciate people who want to be here. So, for example, I'm a huge fan. I was saying last week to Cannon Lester, who was our guest, I'm a huge fan of Dr. Stephanie Tully Dartez over at South Arkansas College. She and her husband, I don't know if it was just if their plan was temporary when they moved here, but they've chosen to stay. And she could get a job anywhere, man. She's a doctor. She's the president of an educational institution. They're looking for them everywhere. I promise you, her phone rings all the time, and with headhunters calling her. You know, when I moved here in 2002, my real thought was by 2009, 10 at the latest, I planned on being gone. I planned on, and man, by 2004, I knew I wasn't ever leaving. I knew I loved being here, and I loved what I did, and I loved who I worked with at the time, and I met a lifelong best friend in this guy, and you know, I've never lived anywhere as long as I've lived in El Dorado, Arkansas.
Me too.
Yeah,
and you
me
know,
too.
a lot of our manufacturing base left.
Yeah.
And that's not indicative of just or just this area. That's
Well, yeah,
happening in a lot of places.
Yeah.
But we've done a lot of things that have helped El Dorado for its manufacturing base to where we're more accessible now to I-20. You know, when Madison Murphy got all that and got all of us north, you can go from Little Rock all the way to South Louisiana now and stay on a four-lane highway.
Yeah.
And also the people that are 50 for the future, and then of course the promise that we got, the people that had some insight and some foresight to know that, hey, we can attract more people, we can attract people that are wanting to stay in a community and give their kids an opportunity to go past secondary learning. So there's been a lot of things that have helped the quality of life in South Arkansas and in El Dorado. You don't see a downtown like we have here that we're sitting in anywhere in a town under 50,000 people.
Yeah.
And the things that go on there. You don't see a venue like MAD anywhere in a town of our size. And they have learned how to attract acts that come from Dallas going to Memphis or Nashville
Atlanta
or whatever,
or
and we get them on Tuesday nights. But so what? You know, for old folks like me, if you can stay up past 10 o'clock for one night a week, but yeah, the population is.
Answer me this: what's the smallest town outside of El Dorado that Ron White's ever played?
Yeah.
Yeah, I promise you, it's a 250,000 people town.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a little bitty market.
Yeah, that's
to them,
a little market for them. Yeah,
I'm much like Sandy. We moved here in 2006 and thinking, you know, we'd be here 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
and then the El Dorado Promise was announced. We had a kid in second grade.
Yeah.
And I thought,
talk about incentive.
Oh, yeah. We were like, well, we're here at least till he graduates.
Yeah.
But then halfway between that point and when it was announced, we were like, we're here.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, the population has gone down, but the things to do
Exactly.
and El Dorado has gone up.
I agree. I tend to
it is
agree.
a great town.
What about a splash pad? I mean, I know that seems like a little
There's
thing.
a little controversy on the splash pad currently.
Is there really?
Yeah.
I didn't know anyway. Or the farmers markets that we have.
The farmers market.
I
I have a great time. I love going to the farmers market.
Me too.
I have met some great people.
Yep.
Now I've met some weird people. You know,
But that's fun too.
That was that one day I was there.
They really are fun. You know, it's like, but I made the braids of this doll out of my own hair from under my arms.
Okay.
You know, it's like, thank you. That's not buying that. You know, so I make my own soap with pig fat. You know, like, okay, thanks, bud. Moving on. I was just here to buy steaks. That's, you know, I was just, I was coming to buy grass-fed hamburger patties. You know, something like that. But you're right. It does seem like we have worked very hard to improve the quality of life
in South Arkansas.
Here in South Arkansas, and you know, and really it's a collective effort, sure, but there's a handful of people that had it not been for them, and especially a lot of their money, we would look like pick a town.
Yeah.
You know,
without being disparaging.
yeah, without pick, but just pick one with a bunch of empty stores on their square, a bunch of boarded up, broken windows and trash running around.
So who's going to be in our district if we move back to 5A? Will we be back to Camden and
that would be great, wouldn't it? So road trips would be Camden and Magnolia and and,
instead of Northwest.
We're not saying that's happened.
No,
okay?
no,
We're not there yet.
no, we're
We're not saying that's happened.
But that's most likely who we'd be with.
Yeah, you'd be in a district with Camden and Texarkana and Magnolia, and
but we are a ways from that.
Okay.
it'd be much better road trips than Marion and
Yes.
West Memphis,
West Memphis, yeah.
Jonesboro, Paragould, and places like that.
Yeah, in that deer stand that we were in up there.
That was Watson Chapel.
Watson Chapel. No, the one where it was so cold when y'all went up in the playoffs.
Oh,
I thought it was
Jonesboro.
Anyway,
I don't think we were even in one. I think we were outside.
Probably at the top
It was
of the stadium.
16 degrees at kickoff. I remember that.
I remember that. Yeah.
And got stopped by a state trooper. Left there going to Memphis. My brother lived in Memphis, and so the rest of my family was at a hotel. And then my oldest and she went to the game with me. We're leave there. We are so cold. I mean, I've never been that cold in my life. But we're so cold. We have the heater on as hot as it'll go and on high. But we have the windows rolled down so we can breathe. And a state trooper pulls me over. And he's like,
what's up here?
I just got to ask,
what's going on in here?
It's 15 degrees out here and you're driving down the road with your windows down. And I explained it to him. I was like, man, I just spent the last 4 hours outside doing a football game on television. And he was like, they didn't put you in a press box? I said, man, there's politics involved and I'm just not going to get into it. But no, they didn't. I said, 4 hours outside doing a football game on television. And I said, I've never been this cold in my life. And he looked over at my daughter and she's wearing like thin little pants and some little slip-on shoes, I mean, at least I had on thick socks and boots. And he's like, man, where y'all headed? And I just, we had a hotel in Memphis, and he was like, get out of here, And the next day, I still wasn't warm. I was still cold the next day.
Yeah.
That was a brutal.
Yeah, when it gets that cold, it's brutal.
Yeah. But we won that game and went to the state championship to get beat by Lake Hamilton. So that would have been 2008.
Yeah.
So we're still not near the breakover point for 5A yet. Then
No.
Okay. Good.
No, we're not. No, we're good right now.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Mr. Tucker, thank you so much
for
being
you
with
for
us.
having me.
We do
Appreciate
appreciate you being here with us today, and appreciate what you do for the district, and certainly want to you have an open invitation anytime.
Well, I appreciate
you need to
it.
help get information out. That, and I'm saying it out loud for everybody else to know it. He already knew it, but again, thank you so much. We'll be back right after this with more of Off the Back Porch.
That one person on your list that is nearly impossible to buy for. Fret no more. Davis Farms Country Market. Maybe they're a sports fan in your life. Perhaps you're looking for client or employee gifts. And gift baskets made up of items grown, made, or manufactured locally, regionally, and in the state. I don't know anyone who would be disappointed with a gift from Davis Farms Country Market. Call 870-639-1323.
Bad things happen, and of course, they never happen at the right time. Maybe it's just a little bump and cosmetic damage, or it's turned into a huge insurance claim, and you just don't know where to go next. That's why so many of your neighbors and friends call on Cook's Body Shop in El Dorado. From the minor to the major, Cook's Body Shop is in your corner. Need someone to help you deal with insurance? Look to Cook's. Need advice on what to do next? Look to Cook's. Need a free estimate? Look to Cook's. Bad things are going to happen, and when they do, look to Cook's.
Serving South Arkansas for 25 years, and all the while expanding and growing throughout the state, ProMed Ambulance is proving their motto of world-class care and hometown values. For example, their new mobile integrated healthcare communication center. This state-of-the-art facility allows communication specialists to work directly with local 911 call centers to ensure the closest medical team is always dispatched to any emergency. World-class care and hometown values. For more information and career opportunities, go to ProMedAmbulance.com.
Hey, welcome back for more of Off the Back Porch with Sandy and Boomer. Boomer, do you ever get stressed out? I've never known you to stress out even once.
Really?
No, I have known you to stress out.
Yeah, I will wig out every now. Not as much anymore, but I have in the past, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to tell him, say, Boomer, go take some of your down pills.
Pills, yeah. That you get from Melvin's Discount Pharmacy.
So, a list came out, and I think this was Modern Day or Southern Living. I don't remember who put out the list, but the 10 things that stress people out the most.
Oh, yeah.
Decisions that stress people out the most. If it was just things, it would money would
That
be
really stressed me out the most. Decisions.
decisions. Yeah,
Not-
period.
period.
Just decisions at all. Yeah. Number 10, whether or not to move to another state or country.
Oh, gosh. Country, yes. Gosh, that's a big decision.
Number 9, whether or not to get married.
Yeah.
Number 8, whether or not to have surgery.
Yes.
I'm guessing that's elective.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, you don't get to decide if it's
if
not elective.
if your appendix busts, you pretty much don't. It'll decide for you.
It'll be elective for you.
Yeah. Number 7, whether or not to buy a home.
Yeah.
Number 6, whether or not to become self-employed. Mm-hmm. Number 5, whether to drive or not. And this says, like, if you're tired or it's bad
Yeah.
weather,
Oh, yeah.
you're a little buzzed.
Yeah.
Because
buzz driving is drunk driving.
That's right. Number 4, whether to invest.
Yeah. In what end? That's
What in, I would think. Number 3, whether to quit your job without another job.
That was against Daddy's rules. Don't ever do that.
Number 2, whether or not to get divorced. Mm-hmm. And number 1, whether or not to accept another job.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a big decision as well. Yeah.
So, I said, there's some things that did not make this list.
Oh, so there's some things that are not on there.
There's some things
I thought that would have been, of all the decisions you have to make,
that
should be it right there.
Though you would think. But those aren't the only things that could stress you out decision-wise.
Oh, so you got some more.
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't know.
Picking a seat in the waiting room when it's mostly empty. Because you know how it is. You go in and the seating arrangements are all like this, and there's a person here and a person there and a person there.
Yeah.
So no matter where you sit, it's going to look like you're either trying to avoid that one or you're sitting too close to that one or, so you got to do psychology along with comfort. My thing is
you're a people pleaser.
Look, when I go to my doctor, the sun comes in through that window because my appointments are always early in the morning.
Okay.
The sun comes in that window.
And you're not in
I put my back to it.
Oh, so
I don't care who's sitting there.
You don't have to look at it.
I'll sit there next to that coughing kid. It don't bother me at all.
I sit furthest away from everybody that I can.
Yeah.
Because you see people, say, hey, how are you doing? Well, they're not doing okay if they're at the doctor's office.
Well, I'm at the doctor. How does that think? What does that make you think?
Happened to me yesterday. What are you in for? A vasectomy. What are you? You gotta
These are
ask.
things that stress people out. Choosing a restaurant when your wife says, I'm fine with anything.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
You are not. And let me tell you how I know you're not. Because the 3 things I've already suggested,
You didn't want to
you
go
didn't
to.
want those. Mm-hmm. So
That's a hard. That thing goes on with millions of couples all over the country.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes.
And so just pull in. What are you going here
pull
for?
in and get out.
Yeah. Or pull over and no, I stopped. I said, okay, we've all been all the way up and down the avenue. Where we going now? And I just pull over to the parking lot.
Yeah.
Just go somewhere. Just go over there. Okay, so that's where you wanted
That's
to go.
where you wanted to go to begin with. You're just waiting on me to make the right decision
So
based
it'd
on
be
what you
wrong.
wanted. The bad part is you were going to pick the place you wanted to go. She's going to act like it put her off.
Yeah.
Go in there.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Fine. No, it's fine, I said.
It's fine.
It's fine. They've got
Whatever. I told you whatever.
They've got something. I can find something. And then they go in and it's like, hey, Miss Sanford, good to see you again. Got your normal spot right here. And should I bring the usual? We named it after you.
So then if she says whatever, don't pick Hooters or something like that.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time she says, I'm fine with whatever, just get in the truck and take off. Just start heading to Shreveport or somewhere, Little Rock.
Where are we going? New Orleans. We're going to eat at O'Brien's in New Orleans.
Yeah,
Pat O'Brien's.
Galatoire's.
Galatoire's.
Yeah. We have an 8:30 reservation.
What's that one in Shreveport where you got to that the mob owns?
Ernest's?
Ernest Steakhouse. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to Ernest a couple times.
Well, I had a
good
cart.
food,
I had
man.
a buddy of mine who Oh, I'm not involved on that side of the family.
Right, of course
he
he's
was
not.
an attorney.
Yeah.
And handed me that card for Ernest. I said, never been in there. He said, just hand him that card. I said, well, I live in Oklahoma, though. I said, you got to go through there to get here?
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. Never been.
Ernest, great food.
Yeah, it is.
Great food, great atmosphere.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's an FAFO place.
It's a Goombas, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Other things that stress people out. Selecting a Netflix show when there's other humans in the room.
Oh, man. Oh, that just irks me so bad because
if I leave it up to His Royal Highness, we're going to watch Bluey, or we're going to watch whatever.
I forgot you have little kids.
His
yeah.
new thing
It's
is,
not
but
just you and your-
it's some singing dolls or something. I don't remember. And if we leave it up to the 9-year-old, it's a magical horse. And
Disney something.
If we leave it up to the 18-year-old, it's always the same movie. Boomer, it's always the same movie. Said girl moves to a new high school, and
it's not accepted.
First day there, no one knows that she's a secret dance ninja or something. Like the greatest dance ninja ever.
Yeah.
And but she's scared to dance because last time she did, she broke her ankle and had months of rehab after surgery. And they find her dancing in the gymnasium when she thinks she's all alone. First of all, if you want to do something and not get caught, don't do it in the gymnasium, out in the middle of the floor. But
hadn't seen that movie, Sandy. You have.
I've seen every one of them. There's like 37 of them. Okay. Then she gets put on the dance team, and they make it to the Super Duper World Finals, where they have to take on the greatest dance team ever, which, by the way, is coached by her dad. And she has real daddy issues. And by the end of it all, the mean girl on her dance squad now is her best friend, and her dad have made up.
So if it's my decision, it's going to be something with swords in it.
Okay.
Or flying vehicles we don't have yet.
Yeah.
A lot of cowboys with guns and stuff.
Yeah.
A crime drama. Mission Impossible action adventure. I don't watch it anymore because I don't like that guy anymore. But, yeah, it's going to be all those. Now, Fro, I got to give it to her. She wanted to watch those feel-good movies where you didn't have to watch the TV to actually follow the plot.
Right.
Now, she likes those crime dramas now because I've turned her, I've turned her on to them, and she likes them. But she still wants to multitask and be on her computer or on her phone. Because she's always talking to people. And, it's a marketing thing with her. She said, well, what happened there? I said, on these kind of pictures, you got to watch it. Because things happen that they don't say.
Yes. They just notice them,
It's the way they reacted or a shot that they just... She said, how do you know that they did that? I said, I was watching.
Yeah. For me, obviously, mob movies. I'm a big mob movies fan. And not just any mob movies. You can't just give me some B-roll mob movie. I'm not watching that. We'll go, hey, over here, over there, gabagool.
All those kinds.
No, I'm not watching those. But, the classics, Casino and Goodfellas and, of course, Godfather and almost any episode of The Sopranos and, all that. But so right now, my lovely wife and I, we have been watching Suits. You remember the...
Gosh, I watched all that.
Yeah, I like it, man. It's good.
That's a good series.
With the lawyer who's not a lawyer. And
they passed it.
Yeah.
That passed the
bar.
The bar, but was never a lawyer.
But never went to law school.
Never went to law school.
And he just got out of prison. And that's where we are right now. He just got out of prison.
And it's got the girl in there that's married to the prince.
Yeah,
now.
she's a princess now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it doesn't want anybody to notice her.
I didn't realize there's some miscegenation in her heritage.
What does that mean?
She's mixed.
Oh, I know that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that till I watched it on that show. I was like, they were like, yeah, that's Meghan Markle.
Meghan Markle.
Merkel. And
or Markle, I don't remember.
I don't know, whatever. Princess Meghan. That's her.
That one over.
And
her daddy's black.
I didn't know that. But that's how much I keep up with pop culture. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. I was surprised. Mm-hmm. It'd be like telling me Dolly Parton's dad was black. What? Huh?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She got them blonde wigs.
That's right. And them other things. So
where you go to eat
hits.
Hits. A bunch of them.
Yeah, a bunch of hits.
And the Dolly world.
Let's see. Other things that stress people out. Figuring out which fork to use when there's more than two.
Oh, there you
See,
go.
Boomer taught me. I ask Boomer lots of questions when it comes to etiquette because, I grew up in East Texas with ain't, can't, and taters, so I don't know a lot of things.
Yeah, I grew up in Morgan City.
Yeah, but you know stuff, know.
All right.
And plus you're older than me. You got experience.
Okay.
So I ask him, forks and but if there's more than two, I'm screwed. I don't know what's that other one for. What's that one? I know they say you start from the outside.
Start outside, whatever they bring you, use that last one up there, yeah. Or if you have some appetizers that are out in the front of you, there's usually a little bitty fork to
out there in the front.
That, yeah.
That's the whole problem. Them little bitty ones. You only get a little bitty bit of appetizer.
You getting a scrimp or something.
I want some more than just a little bitty.
Well,
I
want
to run that fork off and there come out about 3 scrimps.
Hey, I was at a young age. I was at a hoity, and I've told you this before. I was at a hoity-toity deal at the Peachtree Plaza or whatever, the big in Atlanta.
Last time you used the term hoity-toity, got us in bad trouble. You remember that?
What was that?
I'll tell you about it during the commercial break.
Don't be saying that no more.
No, you can say it. I'm just saying.
So it was a big round table, and there was probably 10 people at it, and I was the guest. The couple that were doing this invited everybody. The wife was sitting next to me. I'm in my 20s, and she's in her 50s. So, they were well experienced, and they were one that had this. So, dude comes with a big glass bowl with ice in it and forks laid all the way around in there. And he comes right here and to me, and I look at her. She goes, "Just take one." So I took me a fork. She goes, "Just lay it down." She said, just lay it down right there.
Oh.
So
I'm over here trying to lick it.
Go all the way around, and everybody else just grabbing the fork, taking conversation. Well, she said, "It's a chilled fork for your salad." I said, "Shut up."
It ain't going to be chilled by the time my salad gets here.
It's a chilled fork for your salad. How much you had to pay for that? That's hoity-toity.
Yeah.
Or hotty-toddy.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Things that stress people out. Choosing a checkout line at the grocery store.
Oh, my God.
Because okay, that one's got 2 people, and they got a bunch in their buggy. 2 people, a bunch in the buggy. 3 people, but none of them have a lot in their buggy. I'm going to get in that one.
Yeah, that's wrong.
You made the wrong decision.
Today was her first day.
Yeah.
Or his.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Or they have 643 coupons.
Yeah. Or she puts that closed sign right behind the 2 in front of you.
Yeah. Let's see. Deciding whether or not to wave back at someone when you're not sure if the wave was at you.
Oh, okay.
I've had that happen. Be in a room, somebody wave, I'm like, "Hey," and they're looking right past me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, never mind." This one is stressful, Boomer. This one is really stressful. Picking a password that is strong that I can remember. I sign up front and say, pick a password.
Not moderate.
Pick a strong password. It's got to have uppercase,
upper crust, lower
crust.
It's
got to have your blood type in there.
Name of your firstborn's initials.
Yeah.
Where your grandmother lived.
Got to have the date on your mama's tombstone.
Here's what I get all the time. You've already used that one somewhere else.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Yeah. Because it ain't that safe. It ain't that good. So, let's see. Selecting reply all versus reply.
Ooh.
One click separates professionalism from chaos.
Yep.
So
there's been there's been whole movies about that.
Yes. This is a good one. These are things that stress people out. Choosing a ringtone.
Yeah.
Because this sound will represent your soul to the public.
Yeah.
I'm a Barbie girl.
Yeah, there's an omen there that you shouldn't leave your phone unprotected when you work with a bunch of yahoos.
That's true. That's exactly right.
Yeah, it's your buddies.
Yes.
Your buddy's going to be the one that...
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm. What does the Bible say? Where does a man receive his wounds?
At his hometown.
At the house of his friends. Mm-hmm. That's what it says.
And it was at one time when they said, let them boys out here. We'll talk to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that didn't work out well for them.
That didn't work out well for them because somebody turned into a pillar of salt, and they had fire and brimstone running down on that house and that whole city. Deciding how long to microwave leftovers. Cold center or molten regret. Because I've had done that just way too hot. Now I'm sitting there letting it cool off, and then by the time I get back to it, it needs to be microwaved again. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you, we were without a microwave for about a week, and not because we didn't go get one. We thought there was a fuse in this one. We thought, and it's under the stovetop, and you had to take it down, and I can't do that and hold stuff anymore. So, future son-in-law came over and took it down. We changed the. He went back to Home Depot and got a 20-amp fuse and put it in. It blew it. I said, okay, well,
That's not good.
That's not good. So it was shot. So it was the next day. So it was about 3 days before we got there. And this past Saturday, he put another one up, and we got in for $299 for that thing.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I was expecting, and it was on sale, but it was the same one we had in
know
there.
what'd be better? Had he picked up the bill on and never told you how much it was.
Yeah, but
that'd be a good son-in-law.
He's not there yet.
Yeah, he's not there yet.
Fro was involved. She's, that's why we broke. She's passing out C notes all the time.
Always handing out them dead presidents. So,
I'm gonna have to drink. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Choosing what to do with your hands while someone's explaining something important. Because it says, pockets are no.
This is you're closed off.
Yeah, I'm not listening.
Yeah.
So.
And this is definitely not listening. That's what your kids are giving.
So, speaking of one time when I was in church, young adult, and our pastor was preaching, and he was struggling. There was no question. It was just wasn't his finest hour behind the pulpit. He was a great pastor. He wasn't that good of a preacher, and but anyway, he's preaching and he's really trying to bring it home, and it's just not
getting there.
It's not getting there. We've done made 3 loops around the yard, man. Just crash this thing and let's get out of here. And finally, someone in the audience was, oh no, real loud.
Oh no!
And he's like, well, I guess that's going to do it. Every head bowed, every eye closed. So,
they did it involuntarily, or really did it on purpose?
I think it was involuntarily, but still, yeah, doesn't say a lot, And I showed up at church one time, and I leaned over to one of the guys, Mike Poor, and Mike and I were walking into church, and I looked up. It was Sunday night, and I said, "Well, so much for this service." He said, "Why?" I pointed up. There were buzzards circling the church. I said,
"This was dead on arrival."
So much for tonight's sermon.
Oh my word! Hey, when I was at Tech, the BSU sent teams to Africa, and missionary teams, obviously. One of the guys that was preaching for it, he said he's preaching. It's just a tent, a hut, and people are sitting on wooden chairs. And he says, I knew I was in trouble when I put one of my examples, one of my ways of telling the story was using S&H green stamps. And they it was all giving me the look. And he said, what really ruined it for me, he said, when I looked down there and there was a lady nursing a kid over there. He said, that's it. It was done.
Man, God bless those people who go on those foreign mission trips.
Yeah.
It's not me. I've not felt any calling. Mm-hmm. I mean, and somebody said, what if it was to the Bahamas? I said, I still
wouldn't go.
Still feel no calling to be a missionary. Or
and to go to those that, we have 2 or 3 groups that go to certain places and they go and build something. Now that, I've done some in town, where I didn't have to, I've never had a job that would allow me the money or to be able at the time to do that. But we do backyard Bible clubs, and I'd get to do youth music with that and help out, and that was fun. And we've done big feeds. When I was at Emmanuel, we'd do big feeds at Thanksgiving or different times of the year, and try to help a lot of people. But I don't think I could go to Africa.
Yeah, and 2 of my kids, one went to Nicaragua and went on a mission trip there, and one went to Guatemala and went on a mission trip there.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then
Lauren's been on a couple.
My wife wants to go to Nicaragua. And
Lauren was going to Belize. I said, where's that, Lauren? She goes, I'll have to look that up. I said,
be important.
Be important thing.
At least know what continent you're going to be on.
And Eric, they had a group that went up to the Iditarod.
Oh, wow.
And, him and having a military background, they did patrols at night because a lot of the Inuit people or the locals, it was a time of celebration during all this Iditarod, and they would get drunk and pass out and fall over in the snow, and they find them and nurse them back, take them somewhere. So,
wow.
He said there had been years where people died and fell over in a snowbank and didn't find him till
spring,
till the fall.
Didn't find him till June. So we thought he just run off. You know, we knew Daddy had a girlfriend, but we didn't
know it was under the snow.
Nook, who lives in the next village over. So, all right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we have more of Off the Back Porch right after this.
Who can solve this equation?
Ooh, me.
Anyone else? Fine. Jake from State Farm. Again.
Right. It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle your home and auto, that can equal an affordable price just for you. Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Everybody loves a parade, and Hilarious Pizza throws parades all week long. Bring the family in for your favorites, or explore the variety that Hilarious Pizza offers. Come join us at Hilarious Pizza for the greatest parade ever.
Every gift tells a story, and at Especially For You, they help you make it unforgettable. Birthdays, wedding showers, baby showers, graduations, or just because. Especially For You creates one-of-a-kind gifts made to touch the heart. Anyone can buy a gift card, but the best gifts aren't bought. They're made at Especially For You. Stop by and visit Especially For You and find the perfect gift for life's special moments.
Hey, welcome back for more of Off the Back Porch here at Main Street Pizza. I'm Sandy. I got it right this time. That's Boomer.
Hey, you know what? We kind of moved around inside here, so you're looking behind us outside, and you get to see everybody that's passing by. So
yeah,
next time you see this just pass by, you don't know when we're doing it. It's because we're not live, but you can just try, and we'll wave at you.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Usually we can't use this because it's so bright outside.
Yeah,
but
today it's a mirror of my soul. It's dark and gray and nasty.
Dark and gray.
So it's
the
a mirror
image of your soul.
Of my soul. Yeah, that abyss.
The abyss.
Yeah. So, hey, Boomer, here's a good story I read. This was I saw this online, and it's a lady who's writing in asking for some advice. My fiance recently told me that he wanted his best friend, who happens to be the opposite sex, to be his best person in our wedding. She's been his best friend for years, and I truly believe nothing's ever happened between them, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't uncomfortable. They talk all the time. They have inside jokes that I'm not part of, and honestly, she knows more details about him than I even know. I don't want to be insecure or the partner who says no, but it feels weird having another woman standing right next to him at the altar like they're the second most important person in the relationship. When I gently brought up my feelings, my fiance said I was overthinking it, and that is just a title, but it doesn't feel like just a title to me. So am I wrong for feeling this way? Should I push through the discomfort because of friendships matter, or is it fair to ask for some boundaries on a day that's supposed to be about us? I'd really like your honest take. Well, since you asked for my honest take, let me tell you first of all, and go back to a sentence you said at the very beginning. I truly believe nothing has ever happened between them. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. I mean, you're dumb. Okay? There may not be anything happening with them now. Yeah. Listen, I come from that school of thought that guys and girls can't be friends, not forever. They can't be friends forever.
Because the guy's involved.
Because the guy's involved. Guys will eventually, with the circumstances that present themselves, will eventually try to sleep with every woman they know.
Yeah.
Eventually.
If given the circumstance.
Now, some people that may be a plethora of drinks. For some people, it may be a deserted island. For some people, it may just be
riding in the same car together.
Yeah. I mean, it may just be an opportunity.
Oh, you're here, I'm here.
Yeah. But at some point, something has happened. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm not saying it's happening now, but you can just amend that sentence out of your letter.
And then when he says you're overthinking this, well, no, you're not.
No, you're not overthinking it. Trust your gut.
You're trying to go outside the norms of a wedding party.
Right.
And so, tell them, if they're good friends, you'll understand. Just pick a guy.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say. Just make it, I don't want to overthink it. Just pick a guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to get married if she can't do it? So then there is something there then.
You
willing to choose her over me? That's what women.
I've had female friends, obviously, that nothing's ever happened between us.
That's because they wouldn't.
One of several reasons. Either they were ugly, or the opportunity never presented itself.
Because men are cads.
We are.
We're horrible.
We've had this discussion before.
Yes.
That
and not on a podcast though.
To men, where other people would know what we think. To men, the actual physical part
is just that.
It's just that. Mm-hmm. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not outside of your relationship. I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just that. It's not. But now it's different in your relationship.
It is
because it's an intimacy, and it's and I get why it's a problem. Mm-hmm. In a relationship. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I don't want to do that. Mm-hmm. I don't want to mess that relationship up. But like when you're a single guy and you're not in a relationship,
mm-hmm.
yeah,
and you don't have a spirit-led persona if you're not.
Even if you do.
Well, I mean, even if you do,
you're still a guy.
You're still a guy, but that's why the Lord asked you to put away those things. Have the mind of Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
I don't do very well at that.
Move on. Next subject.
Okay, we'll edit that whole part out because we don't want any of that.
No, we're not.
So, Boomer, I have some more Amazon reviews, and this time...
Oh, I like those.
This time I said I only want 1-star reviews.
Oh, this is not going to be good at all.
So these are only 1-star Amazon reviews. Mm-hmm. First one, 1-star, ceiling fan, spins too much. It's just too spinny.
Okay.
And that's what happens when you let millennials give reviews on products.
Yeah, too spinny.
Yeah. 1-star, phone case. Protected my phone when I dropped it. Did not protect my feelings when everyone said it was ugly. 1-star, blender. Too loud. Sounds like it's angry at the fruit. 1-star, pillow. Soft for the first 10 minutes. Betrayed me during my REM sleep.
Betrayed me.
Betrayed me. Yeah. I love this. 1-star, electric toothbrush. Vibrated so hard I had memories from 2007. What? Grandma? So, let's see. 1-star, fitness tractor. Judges me silently. Knows when I nap. Snitches on me to myself.
Snitches on me to me.
Yeah. 1-star, ice cube tray. Impossible to remove cubes without summoning rage and ancestors.
Oh, wow. Well, who gets ice trays anymore?
I keep ice trays.
You don't have an ice maker?
Yeah.
You got a lot of people there, though.
Yeah, but if we have visitors, for example, man, we can go through some ice.
Yeah, we don't take visitors.
We've got, I know. I knock on his door. I'm like, Boomer, I can see you.
We're not home, though.
I'll call him like, he answers. I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? No, not a lot. Just sitting there watching TV. Yeah, I'm at your door. Huh?
Don't see you.
Yeah, you're breaking up. You must be somewhere way far away because I can't.
You don't have curtains. I'm looking at you. No, that's not me. That's not me. It's that's a holocaust.
You thought it was me.
Holocaust.
You just thought it was me.
It's a hologram.
Yeah. Let's see. Laptop charger. 1-star. Only works at a very specific angle, like it's in a bad mood. That's good. Let's see. 1-star, self-checkout machine. Unexpected item in the bagging area? Yeah, it was called my dignity. Let's see. 1-star, socks. They claim to be no-show. They absolutely showed.
Yeah.
Let's see. 1-star coffee maker. Makes coffee just fine, but it's slow. And I'm not a patient person at 6 a.m.
Uh-huh. You need to set that timer for 5 a.m. then.
1-star, smart TV. Needs an update every time I turn it on. I did not agree to raise a child. 1-star, voice-activated door lock. Locked me out of my own house. We are no longer on speaking terms.
He won't talk to me or listen.
Oh, and then this one, Boomer. I felt this one down in my being. Okay. Down in my person.
Uh-huh.
All right. 1-star, air fryer. Changed my entire personality. Now I just say, toss it in the air fryer. I hate myself. That's me, man.
You think that's just getting away with it?
Man, I do.
The air fryer is just copping out.
You know how much stuff I cook in the air fryer?
Do you really?
Yes, dear Lord, yes.
We don't have one.
But it's so wonderful. Man,
It works. They work.
They work. They're fabulous.
Yeah.
I can cook a whole pork loin in 10 minutes.
Really?
And it's done. And delicious. 10 minutes.
Do you inject it and all that? Do
Yeah.
that kind of stuff? Yeah. Put a rub on it and everything?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then come in.
Yeah. Woo, been slaving over this. I set the timer and went.
Been out there throwing the wood in. Yeah. So. It's cold. I was fanning it, checking the temperatures.
All right. Let's see. Boomer, this was a list that came out. This was from NBC.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay.
Favorite Christmas songs.
Okay.
The 10 favorite Christmas songs of Americans. Because, if they'd put other country, we don't know what nook, nook, na nook means. I mean, so.
Let me see how many I can name. You want to do that?
Yeah.
That is how you want to do it?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
Okay, Silent Night's number one.
It's not number one, but it is on the list.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
It's not on the list.
Oh, Holy Night.
Is not on the list.
Merry Christmas, Darling.
No.
I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus.
No. So far, you have one of the 10.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
No. Did not make the list.
Is it just me, or do I not know many Christmas
No,
songs?
you know a bunch of them, but it's just you. Your choice in Christmas songs suck. You're the guy we hope's not leading singing on the last Sunday before Christmas. All right, everybody.
Turn to page 427.
We don't never go to that. My book ain't never opened to that far back. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, shoot then. Let's hear.
Number 10. All I Want for Christmas is You.
my two. Oh yeah. Yeah. All I want.
Yeah. Number 9. White Christmas. Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby.
Number 8. It's beginning to look a lot
like
Christmas.
Okay.
Oh, Boomer, I lied. Number 7 is Jingle Bells. So you had 2 of them.
I didn't say Jingle Bells. I don't think.
Oh well. Okay. Jingle Bells. Number 7. Number 6, Winter Wonderland. Number 5, Blue Christmas.
Oh, Elvis.
I'll have a blue
Christmas.
Yeah. Number 4 was Silent Night.
Yeah, I said that one.
Number 3, Feliz Navidad. I wouldn't have known that to make the top 10.
Jose Feliciano.
See? Number 2, Mary Did You Know?
Oh, yeah, that's a modern one.
Well, they had to have done this list recently.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, Mary Did You Know and Feliz Navidad, those aren't known as classics.
Classics, yeah.
Number 1, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, Brenda Lee.
No, it isn't. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they compile NBC list, so it's a secular list.
Well, I mean, there was plenty of Christian songs on there.
Yeah, I know, but they let the wrong people choose them.
Okay, because they don't think like you. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite Christmas song of all time?
The Carpenters. Yeah. Merry Christmas, Darling.
Merry Christmas, Darling.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Merry Christmas from the Family. Mom got drunk and Dad got drunk at our Christmas party. But no, that's not. Actually, my favorite is Oh Holy Night.
Yeah, Oh Holy Night.
Man, that one does something.
Now, the music to God Rest You Merry Gentlemen.
Yes.
I love the bum, 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 bum. It has that, that late at night, starry night, cold feeling.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for the song.
Yeah.
I also don't care for that rumpa-pum-pum.
Yeah, I don't like the rumpa-pum-pums.
And I don't like Oh Christmas Tree.
But no, rumpa-pum-pum's not in God Rest You Merry Gentlemen.
No, I'm just saying I'm talking about
that
other
one.
songs.
Yeah. And you don't like what?
Oh Christmas Tree.
Oh Christmas Tree, oh. And that's kind of a song that's made to an older sounding tune.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in Psalms where they say, this song is such to the tune of this. I said, well, hold on there, David. I don't know what that tune is. You got to write the tune out.
This psalm is written to the tune of Whiskey Bent and Hellbound.
Yeah. That and then we would know.
Probably my other favorites would be Charles Brown, Please Come Home for Christmas.
Okay.
Bells will be ringing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Charles Brown version. That's the thing is, the Eagles did it. They did a good job.
Yeah,
But it's not Charles Brown.
Yeah, they did a good job.
Christmas Cookies, George Strait.
Okay.
It's a fun little ditty. I'm gonna get canceled for this one. Baby, it's cold outside.
You know what?
There's a lot of people say it's rapey.
Oh,
and
no,
I'm like,
it's not.
I don't think so.
Did you see where the comedian did that against whatchamadickey's?
What was it? It was. What did you do it against?
I don't even want to say it.
Oh yes,
Yeah, you can't say
yes. I know now.
The song about
WAP.
Yeah.
And So, baby, it's cold outside.
Did he read one line of that and then
and one line of that other? Yeah. I never took it as because she says
I really should be going.
What's in this drink? And it's like, see, he roofied her. And I was like, hold on.
That is not true.
That's not what I'm gathering from this at all.
Either. It was innocent.
I'm gathering from this that she wants to stay, but she's going to say, I put up as much resistance as I could.
Mm-hmm.
Wink, wink. Mm-hmm. But boy, there's people who will they'll fight you over that.
Oh, well. I heard a story today where an elderly lady was working at Target, and their rule is you have to wear a red shirt. Well, she had a red Charlie Kirk shirt on. And this woman confronted her about it, started slinging an F-bomb at her and telling her, this is going above your head. Said, I need to talk to your manager right now. He says, ma'am, I'm sorry, that's just your opinion. She goes, no, it is not my opinion. He is a racist. She goes, well, ma'am, I'm sorry, that's just your opinion. And there's a police investigation into this lady now. You can't be a Karen forever. Somebody's got to be called on it.
At some point, you have to, and here's what I love about Karens, especially when you see the videos, when they finally get told no and they realize there's nothing they can do about it, they just scream.
Or fall out.
Or fall down.
Yeah. Oh, he hit me.
Yeah. I love it.
The ones I get all the time is if you watch one all the way through, you're going to get those. It's the HOA. And they've taken over the guy's land.
Yes.
Or there's one where he came back from the service and been in Afghanistan on 2 tours or whatever. And there's a subdivision in his back 40.
Yeah.
I said, that did not happen.
Yeah, you got to think, man. Now, there's a lot of laws around real estate for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay. But I like the one, with the guy who runs up on the guy's porch and he is like, your sprinklers are still going and that is unacceptable. And I'm like, dude, you running up on my Ring doorbell is unacceptable. Me kicking your ass in my front of my house here in just a minute is unacceptable. So let's don't let either one of those happen again, okay?
Oh, my word.
But listen, I lived in one subdivision one time that had an HOA.
Mm-hmm.
And here's my total interaction. Knock at the door, open the door. Hi, we're from the HOA. We collect about $60 a year from each resident so that we can light the front. Sure, hang on. I go get them $60 and hand it to them. That's all. I've never had any other discussion. Never had any discussion with them beyond that. Before then, after, or every year after that. But
where was it? That's here?
No, that was in Texas.
Texas.
Yeah. When I was living in the house, I had no business trying to live in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they put up Christmas lights, and they did a lot. I handed it to them. But I never heard any stories about them talking about how tall your grass was or, you got too much shade.
You can't park a trailer in your front, in your driveway and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
Got too much shade.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that,
Because it wouldn't grow the grass or something?
Yeah. Well, the reason your grass won't grow is you hadn't cut that tree down. And he's, yeah, I know. I'm not going to cut that tree down.
Mm-hmm.
That tree puts a shade over my roof, which saves me about $200 a month during the summer.
Yeah, electricity.
On electricity bill. Let's see. Other Christmas songs. Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah.
Bobby Helms.
Yeah.
Sleigh Ride. Ella Fitzgerald.
Ooh, yeah.
I love that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I like that one. Pretty Paper. Willie Nelson.
Pretty paper. Pretty ribbons of blue.
Yeah. Talking about ignoring homeless people.
Yeah.
That's basically. And then this one is just a regional. This is a regional favorite because I promise you, no one outside of Tex-Mex has ever heard this, and that's Freddie Fender's "Christmas Time in the Valley." And it's really good because it's Christmas Time in the Valley is just childhood memories of Christmas, and he sings an English version and a Spanish version, just like in that If he ever lets you,
If you have happiness, just remember.
Oh, Freddie Fender, man, what a great artist.
There's another one that last Christmas I gave you my heart.
Yeah.
Who sang that? That was
well. I mean, there's been several.
several.
You two sang it. Not you two. I'm sorry. Wham. The guy that got
Michael?
caught. The guy that got caught in the bathroom. Yeah. Michael, whatever his name is.
Michael Bathroom.
Yeah. And he did. Britney Spears did a version of it. Taylor Swift's done a
There was
version
a
of it.
train wreck.
Yeah.
There was a whole reason
There
why.
was.
There's a
There
whole
was.
reason why her parents had her under supervision.
Well, I kind of tend to lean the other way. That maybe for a little while, but then there was a whole reason why she went nuts, and I think it was because her parents had her under supervision. And
It wasn't. That was the reason they had her under supervision, or the supervision is what made her go nuts.
well, I think first of all, when you're the meal cow for your entire family,
Yeah, you've made millions.
when you're 12 years old,
Yeah.
gazillions, millions. That would be a cut and pay for her. At one point she was worth like $1.3 billion, and this was like in the early 2000s. So that's like
20 years ago.
Yeah, it's a whole lot more than that now. And but I don't know. Poor Brittany. Poor Brittany.
Well, she's from Louisiana.
Well,
And from
they say she's from Kentwood, but I'm telling you, Boomer, I've been to Kentwood, and I haven't ever seen anyone down there that looks like her or you or me. I've been to Kentwood, and I'm telling you, when I got there, they gawked at me. They're like, "What's that?
Where are you from, boy?"
White folks?" Now, see, I didn't grow up white people. I grew up white folks.
Folks, yeah.
There's a difference, and I'll explain that to you privately
Off
sometime.
air.
Yeah.
So I said air again.
You said on air,
Yeah.
like off air. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a difference
Sorry,
between white
Jax.
folks and white people.
Yeah, that's true.
And I grew up white folks.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
Yeah.
white folks aspire to become white people.
But they're not yet.
They're not yet.
Their tree didn't fork enough.
Most of the time, yeah.
Here's my husband and my cousin.
Uncle Daddy. We call him Uncle Daddy.
I married my own grandma over there.
Well, Boomer, you know what? We're getting close to Christmas. What is your what are you hoping to get
My
for
Christmas list, my grown-up Christmas list is no more. No, okay. I don't know. Fro and I, we got more days behind us than we have ahead of us, and we don't celebrate Christmas, as much as we did before with grandchildren that are younger, and I got grandchildren graduating from college already, and so we've kind of changed. We've become more not nostalgic, but looking at the real meaning of Christmas and purposeful, and you get more thankful and more weepy as you get older. That's why you see a lot of old people crying all the time. Glenn Beck's been crying on air on his show all week. Anyway, there's dynamics within my family that we would like to see change. Yeah. And, that would be my greatest Christmas gift if I could have all my kids back together again.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That, I pretty much, I'm like that as far as like, when I look up and all 6 of my kids are in the same room, man.
Yeah, that's
it. That's
hard.
it for me.
That's hard, man. Yeah.
And I don't. My wife hasn't asked me about if I wanted anything or not, and I just had a birthday and she didn't ask me what I wanted for that either. And
did she give you a bottle of whiskey?
No. She gave me a gift, but it wasn't a bottle of whiskey.
Okay.
But so I don't know. I don't really need or want anything.
Martha and I have a tendency to just buy what we want before Christmas.
Yeah.
So look here, this is what you get. I'll tell you what I ordered, and she said, "What is that?" So I'd ordered something. When you're trying to clean your windshield inside, the front windshield inside.
Yeah.
Well, I got one of them little tools that you just do
I got
like
one
that.
out there in my truck right
it's
now.
It's like $17 or whatever. And I said, well, and I opened it up. I said, well, Martha, I'm going to go ahead and give you your Christmas present.
Can I borrow it?
I handed it to her. She goes, well, I can tell you what she said.
Yeah.
She goes, what is this? I said, that's that little tool that you clean your windows with. She said, well, go clean my windows then. She goes, are you serious? I said, well, no, I'm not serious. But I'm not getting you anything else. But here's the deal.
Because last thing I gave you, you asked me if I was serious about it.
But I had one. You've seen the wallets, all that they show online all the time. That you just put your cards in
and click it and it
comes back up. Well, I got one of those.
Spits it out like a Pez dispenser.
Yeah, and in order.
Yeah.
But it didn't have a money clip on it. So, I didn't want to have to have a different money clip or a different wallet for my money.
So you actually carry money?
I believe I got $9 out in the truck. So I ordered another one. Well, it was the same one with 2 little screws in it with a little. I said, I could have done that.
But you did.
A little piece of tin over it. I could have just stuck. But it was another $30 for it, too. And that's my Christmas. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I ordered some duck hunting stuff.
What?
Yeah.
No,
some new
you're making it up.
New this and a new color. She says, is that the new camo? I said,
yeah, because in ducks, they've seen that other camo.
Yeah, they've seen that.
They know it when they see it. So I got to get new camo now.
I got to get new camo every year.
Yeah, that's right.
I said, do you have the same purse that you use? She goes, well, there's different things for different purses. I said, there you go.
Bingo. Tried to tell
different ducks. There's different years.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
But family. That's the thing.
For me, it's family.
Yeah, me too.
If my wife wanted to buy me a gun of some sort,
yeah,
I'm game for that.
Mm-hmm.
I can always take another gun.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't need one. I've got plenty of pistols. I've got plenty of rifles.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got plenty of shotguns.
I looked in the other day and I said, where'd this come from? Oh, yeah. That deal.
Yeah. So do you shoot a 20 or a 12 gauge?
12.
12.
And I bought, I didn't start hunting again until in my 50s. And I bought one at a pawn shop, which was a nice gun. And it was heavy, real heavy. And, you don't know what you don't have until you pick somebody else's gun up.
Yeah.
Just like they're saying, if you can't afford a $10,000 guitar, don't ever pick one up and play it.
Right. I made that mistake in your office.
Keep playing that. Well, I don't have a $10,000 guitar.
Well, whatever it was.
Yeah, it was 3.
It was a couple house notes. That was for sure.
Got on half price. Anyway, so I picked up somebody's gun, and it was, a Browning. It does all, and all the bells and whistles, and yeah. So I had to have that one. Well, now, you start seeing it, and then got this. Oh, and this company does, and so you think you want another one. So, I just punted. I ain't getting another one.
Yeah.
This one will shoot just fine. In fact, I've got 3 more behind it that'll shoot just fine, even if they are heavy. And one of them, you got to do this. Used to everybody's. You had to.
Yeah.
And that put the fear in people. You want that one inside.
Yes.
You want
to hear that sound.
That Remington 570 that.
Yeah.
Because that puts the fear in the hearts of all kind of men.
Yes.
Especially those that'll be breaking in your front door. Or before they break.
Yeah. That is a universal sound.
It is a universal sound.
Yeah, my
Home Alone figured out sounds like that.
My 20 gauge is probably, well, as a matter of fact, I know it is. It's as old as my ex-wife because he bought it the day she was born.
Huh.
So, and then he gave it to me.
James did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's, and it's still in great condition. And but I also have a 410 that's probably old as my dad.
I'll be.
Yeah, and it's got an adjustable choke on the end.
Yeah.
You can widen it out or close it down.
I hadn't seen that.
Yeah.
I've got a 28 gauge. Not many people.
Yeah.
Dad, when I was 9, he said 410, too small, and a 20 gauge is a little big for a 9-year-old. And he bought me a 28 gauge, and I have still used it through the years to squirrel hunt. And the thing now is finding shells for it.
Yeah. Well, when my dad passed, I got one of his rifles. Oh, I got all of his guns, but one of them was a 250 Savage, and great gun.
Yeah.
I was with him the day he bought it in 1986 when he bought it. But I can't find shells for it. 250 Savage. I found some online and paid way too much for them.
They can step down. They can do the casing and
they
step
can,
down.
You got to find someone. And I found someone and asked him if he would do it. He said, yeah, sure.
$10 a piece?
Well, that was 2 years ago.
Oh.
Still waiting.
Oh, I got you.
But
anyway. There's 2 or 3 people in my life, we got on the gun subject, that if it all goes down,
Oh, yeah.
You want to be at their house. And,
Yes.
and there's a couple of them that I know here in South Arkansas. And most likely, if I have time, the one I'm going to go to is in Minden. Because there's anybody, well, I say anybody, most people that have been in the military, they've got a vast array of ammunition and guns.
Well, they understand the importance, the value.
And the thing of it is that, just like you said, now is finding the ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be, of course, Walmart just quit selling it. And, but the thought that the population is armed, it has caused us a lot of, or saved us from a lot of aggression from other countries.
You better believe it
because
has.
they know that the population
It's
has
not
guns.
just their army; it's them.
them.
It's them.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like that group that we've heard. It says they come back and said all the boys were coming back when the military showed up. And said, "Oh, yeah, we got them, buddy. It's all done." So you can call them in and just get whatever you want out there.
We left them where they lay.
Yeah, we coming back in pickup trucks with Bud Light.
Four guys toasting each other with Bud Light, stand up in the back of it.
Bud Light and American flags and Confederate flags.
Man, so all right, that's going to do it this week. And next week's our special Christmas edition. Of our Off the Back Porch podcast, and so we're looking forward to that. And then until then, thank you for being here. Thank you to our sponsors. God bless. Have a great week.
History of being the voices you trust. This is Off the Back Porch.